Hello, I'm Christopher Warnock of Renaissance Astrology, and today I'd like to talk about using the AstroApp cloud astrology software to do some basic traditional electional astrology. Now, AstroApp is not a free program. It's available by subscription. It's pretty reasonable though. It's about $39 or $40 a year, and I'm not an owner. I don't receive any profit from this, but I did work with the developer to produce the traditional basic edition, and that's what I would recommend. And in fact, I'm recommending the software to all my students that need to get astrological software. I think it's very reasonably priced and does a pretty good job. It can be a little slow. We'll see that as we get into this, but that's, I think, because it's a cloud program. But again, I think it's very reasonably priced and does an excellent job for the money. So let's go ahead here and launch AstroApp. Once you've signed up for your subscription, you'll get instructions as far as how to your username and password and everything. So this is the main page. It's loading up, as you can see. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go here to charts and then new. And we're going to do a chart. Now, this is set up automatically. It goes to today and then my current time and location. The defaults I've already put into it. My house system I'm using is Reggio Montanus. You can obviously change it to your location or whatever location you wanted to use if you did an election for someone else or in a different city or different country, and also for a different date. And then once you've got all the information in there, you can do add new. And this goes to the main chart. Now, what you can do though, and you'll need to do the traditional features, is go up to View, and then Pages, and then Traditional Page. And what they've set up here is a very nice page that's got lots of useful traditional information on the page. For example, you can see over on the left-hand side at the top, there's a lot of aspects. And for example, here they're showing the separating and applying aspects, which is very important for traditional astrology. Got mansions of the moon, and you've got moon phases, dignities, all very useful. Now, what I think is most useful for what we're doing though today is if you look down at the bottom here, you can see here's the date and then the hours. And so what this is going to allow us to do is if we change the date or change the hours, then this chart over here is going to change. And the basic electional astrology technique that we use is to allow the computer software that will quickly calculate charts to throw up charts for us as we move the chart. In other words, we move the chart by changing the timing and the date. So right now, as you can see, it is a little bit after 3 o'clock, 15:02 at my location. And what we're going to do is put the sun right here, which is at 13 Sagittarius, on the ascendant. So that means we're going to change the input here at the bottom of the time until the sun is on the ascendant. Now, of course, the sun on the ascendant is rising, so we can do this sunrise. My guess is that sunrise was probably somewhere around 7 o'clock. So let's go ahead and go here. We could you could do it by hand, just clicking these arrows. I think it's a little easier actually to go ahead and input the 7. Okay, and then you can then click that arrow just to get it to kind of get its act together. So there's 7. This is where we're going to notice it's a little bulky because it's a cloud computing software. But again, I think it's worth the it's worth the wait. But you may notice that sometimes as you're clicking these arrows, it's taking some time for the program to respond. So don't get frustrated with that. Give it some time, and you'll be fine. Okay, so 7. You can see the sun here now. 13 Sagittarius is just below the horizon. The ascendant here is 9 Sagittarius. So we're going to move forward. We're going to move later in time. So 7 hours and 2 minutes. We're going to move a little forward. So let's see if we can. Okay, so like I said, don't go too fast. Give it some time to respond. And as we go, input those times, you can see that the ascendant changes. Now it's 10 Sagittarius. Okay, keep clicking away here. Now you can see it's getting a little bulky. It's not wanting to change. Let's go ahead and jump ahead. I bet if we jumped ahead to about 20 minutes, and you can use the arrows to see it. Okay, there it goes. It's jumped ahead. That's just about right. So 12 Sagittarius 58 for the Ascendant, 13 Sagittarius, 38 for the Sun. Let's go to 720. It's not wanting to go. Okay, there you go, 720. There you go, 720 is just about perfect. So it's 13 Sagittarius 10 minutes for the Ascendant, 13 Sagittarius 38. That's close enough for the Sun. So what we've done here is by inputting different times, we've been able to change the chart, and then we can move that chart around and we can put the astrological factors in the location that we want on the chart. So that's very useful. That's our sort of basic method of electional astrology that we're going to be using because we have this computer technology available to us. And I think AstroApp is a good program I think it's very reasonably priced for what the features you're getting, and it's very useful to use for traditional electional astrology.